Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your magical moon message for the moon in Scorpio, sun in Leo. Scorpios get to just be all intrusive and impersonal or personal like this, and it works for them for seduction. But I have Gemini, so it's probably creepy as hell. Welcome to your magical moon message. Yes, I almost didn't do this, so I'm so glad I pushed myself to do this. I'm totally fine. I'm feeling amazing, actually. Weather is on fleek. It's not too hot, thank God. But yeah, as I record this, the moon is currently on the south node. This is unlocking a lot of intense depth and pure energy towards the manifestation of how you naturally harness all of this on your physical person. If you think about this Leo season, whereas cardinal sign seasons we activate power, the solar energy of Leo, evidenced through our courage of spirit, is having us master energy harnessing. So in order for you to utilize superpowers, in order for you to produce magical effects, you need to harness strong enough energy. If you don't have enough energy to produce the effects of power, then it's the currency. You know, your energy is currency. Energy is truth. And this is what's going to allude to, based on how strong you are with your confidence, how you can evoke and harness this. So Moon in Scorpio, now that we've activated this, is getting ready to hyper accelerate you into a full-on deep revelation of what you're getting ready to ascend and break through more into integrating. In that, the moon in Scorpio is going to help you understand the secret and occult understandings, right? The secret and hidden understandings around energy centers within you so that you can effectively harness it. A transit like this will give you, whether through channeled insight, people who share their wisdom, or just with the Uranian aspect, flash insights of understanding, know-how with the square to Aquarius of how to actually charge energy and correlate through your body. This isn't as direct as it may seem. Transit as intense as this really focuses and asks you to pay attention more so to how deeply your self-esteem and courage is impacted by other people, their opinions, and the shared emotions you intimately engage with others with, okay? And so this intensity, as it seeks to help transform you out of any inhibitions of this courage, will also break you through any extreme fears surrounding how much more vulnerable you're willing to be in your sexual expression. In breaking through this extra confidence, this simultaneously also aligns with you being able to harness energy much stronger, because this is connected to your heart, right? You have the sexual organs which generate the root chakra power, and as you pull from the sea of chi, this really is getting ready to transform and reconstitute your understanding of how to break through a much more intensely deeper harnessing of the pure energy within. The fourth house, first quarter square aspect of this is not only a full understanding and breaking you through new comfort zones or into new comfort zones, but we have to remember, we activated the new moon in Leo, we manifested it in Virgo, and then we expressed it with social actions in Libra. So this is now in the first quarter square to full moon, where we're integrating what we've activated. Now that we've activated this solar energy and courage, we're intensifying the nuclear quality with which we can take this Leo courage and Scorpio the Leo courage. I'm not doing that right, but basically you want to take the Leo and then just intensify it. And it's nothing you have to, I just did that. It's nothing you want to actively do. if for those of you wondering if my neighbors be ear hustling, I wonder the same thing too. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know what they say. I don't care. But they're cool though. I've spoken to one of them. But yeah, other than that, like, there's this intensification with this Scorpio energy that I wish I could put into words properly, but just takes what you've activated and deepens the depth of how much more intensely you charge this energy. Because that's going to lead into the moon in Sagittarius, which is a full-on expression, 5th house, of everything that you are activating and now integrating. And then the moon in Capricorn, extension of moon in Libra, where you're integrating practically and physically the effects of energy you're harnessing so that it's full in Aquarius and you have understanding of the knowledge of what energy you're harnessing. Because once we move into Virgo, we manifest this energy harnessing into practical effects, money, finances, actual physical change, magic revelation through analysis. And so that brings us back to this first quarter square. Every time the moon comes into Scorpio on the south node, it prepares us for this gauntlet ride coming out of Sagittarius, top of the roller coaster, and coming down Cap. The revelations that you're about to come into are going to take a much more controversial and much deeper level of revelation than we've had Aries, Taurus, Gemini. I know I'm sexy. Ladies, I know I'm sexy. Listen, ladies, I know I'm sexy. Listen, it's Leo. See, if I get a little bit in my Leo bag and I start, you know, doing that, I know I'm sexy, ladies. Shout out to the kings watching. Okay, shine your Leo too. It is what it is. Just walk up to any woman and be like, I know I'm good looking. Here, my name is this. It is what it is. She'll be like, what are you talking about? It's like, I heard you. I saw you checking me out. This is the spirit of Leo. It is what it is. I just got distracted because I could just hear all these ladies watching like, oh my God, the beast dealer is gorgeous. I can't even pay attention to the reading. All right, I'm sorry. That was so obnoxious. But yes, this first quarter square, ladies and gentlemen, is a part of a series of revelations that will effectively blow your mind more than ever. Given that we started this transit off with a quarter square before the new moon in Taurus, we're effectively intensifying the natural energy that broke through solarly in Leo and is now intensifying. When the sun goes into Virgo, the moon will be balsamic in Leo. So we are going to have a proper quarter square in Leo. And that's a 2-week process from the moon in Scorpio, moon in Aqua, and moon in Taurus, where pure energy that you are intensifying will now, 10th house to the Leo sun in Taurus, actually be practically realized. So this is the 2-week arc starting now to break through materially into a greater career platform, given the fixed nature. But there's such a depth of breakthrough in certain fears and expressing certain strong energy and emotions that will really help you realize how much more stronger you've been and break you through how much more vulnerably and intensely you share certain aspects you might have kept secret. And the opposition to Uranus and the North Node and Mars is this willingness to share your eccentricities without fear of other people's opinions, because people will criticize what they don't understand. Be willing to hold yourself accountable to what's out of your integrity so you align it back, but don't hold yourself back. Go in. Because that trine that the moon's going to have to Neptune is going to spill and guide you towards the realization of many dreams that you'll continue to see coming true. We are in the talent show. So this Leo season is charging how creatively you can express the fullness of your abilities and talents. And so the more fun you have, the more you express this through your heart, the better. Say it with your chest, like Kevin Hart says, which is interesting. Kevin Hart, Cancer Sun, manifesting Leo, you know what I'm saying? That's sincerity and courage. So relative to that, with Venus, that's still in Cancer, deepening the nurturing quality of love that 12th house to the Leo sun is transcending. With Lilith, you want to follow your heart's erotic pull towards a more unique, taboo sexual expression. This is going to really hurt you if you're holding this back because you are worried about certain people thinking you're a slore. Many of you are a slut and a whore. Many of you are going to attract slores who meet. It's going to be like slore maste. The slore in me recognizes the slore in you. And you don't have to be promiscuous and infidelis. You can just be a slut with your partner, and that partner could be a slut for you, or a slore, okay? It's definitely very lucrative, unless you want to be a slut. Like, I'm not slut shaming anyone. That's really the whole purpose of this. Like, you want to release any, you know, old traditional aspect of what it even constitutes slut shaming. A lot of this is really geared towards, at current, a sense of sexual liberation. The more Venus and Chiron, the more Venus and Lilith oppose Pluto, the more extremely this push to liberate this sexual energy through your emotions, and erotic emotions and sexual emotions cannot be suppressed. Because if you suppress them, they will express themselves in very unhealthy ways, like porn addictions, drug addictions, sex addictions. You have to find ways to express this sexually or through your art so that it doesn't have these unhealthy expressions. And that will have a lot to do with breaking through a lot of what is seen as taboo. And you could feel damned if you do, damned if you don't. But instead, own that. And remember, it's not even, I'm not even going to just say own your sovereignty, just own your own responsibility. There's sovereignty in responsibility. And taking responsibility means that you take accountability for everything you do, whether people like it or not. You're not going to blame anyone else for what you do. That's a power. That's a power. It's a Capricorn power. So keeping that in mind, this square, right? Sun in Leo, Moon in Scorpio, Saturn Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus is breaking through a lot of the unconventional judgments that the conventional judgments that people place on your unconventionality, piling upon so much rhetoric to color their philosophy when ultimately it's an opinion. And the extent with which they cannot manipulate you with their philosophy will reveal more how much of a threat they consider you, even though with their ego, they'll pretend it's the other way around. Moon in Scorpio is going to expose a lot more of this psychological understanding of people's hearts. Okay, only God knows people's hearts. So listen to what God reveals you about people's hearts. It's a very pure understanding at a deep psychological layer through neurolinguistic programming, especially to understand the frames people operate on and just how stupid people may think you are and how stupid people think you are crazy, okay? Because they refuse to open their mind to that which they don't know. They're not stupid because they're ignorant. We all can be ignorant of stuff. But to the extent with which they decide to project prejudice and pride because they refuse to open their mind up to something they clearly don't know, that also makes them fucking stupid. Anyway, other than that, I'm telling you once again, this moon trine to Neptune is going to reveal supernatural depth of understanding in ways you can integrate wisdom with this occult phenomena that you'll directly be able to integrate. So this is a step forward from just seeing magical signs and synchronicities. Moon in Scorpio with the South Node is going to tie that into practical actions moving forward that you can now transform a lot of your perspective and energy and stance on. And this is coming into the moon in Sagittarius, going to show you an ascended understanding of perceiving this glory you're stepping more into. So first quarter square, very important, but because it's a part of a fixed cross, this could really make for unexpected, transformative, you know, natures. Like there's like, chances are many of you are experiencing, especially in connection with other people, shared synchronicities and certain facets that make you feel like once you really found out or thought you knew about a connection with someone or someone, there's more that you may not even understand. These things are still just beginning to unfold. And so don't feel like you need to have all the answers because they're all being revealed. Just go along with the ride. Okay, especially by the time the moon makes it to Pisces, you're going to be a lot more understanding of the natures of what's being revealed beyond your current ability to process it. So the moon in Scorpio is going to spill more understanding of the tea being dished. Opposite Uranus, okay, sextile Pluto, this is going to uncover a lot that has been hidden from you. And use that as this will be revealed into the light with the moon in Sag to begin to change your perspective, but also to tap into this supernatural breakthrough of how you harness energy. after this transit, you'll be able to draw on your own energy more willfully and, you know, sparkle the elements like electricity through your fingertips. Most of which you can already do it, like Kevin Gates, a NEN user. Godspeed. Peace.